بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Interpretation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. With the help of Allah, we have started to have a short interpretation of Quran. We reach to the chapter Ghashiyah. Please listen to the verse 17 to 20.
أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت.
Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, أَفَلَا يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَى الْإِبِلِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ. Will they not then consider the camels, how they are created? وَإِلَى السَّمَاءِ كَيْفَ رُفِعَتْ. And the heavens, how it is raised. وَإِلَى الْجِبَالِ كَيْفَ نُصِبَتْ. And the hills, how they are set up. وَإِلَى الْأَرْضِ كَيْفَ سُطِحَتْ. And the earth, how it is spread. In these verses, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala encourages people to think about anything around them. If we think properly about anything that is around ourselves, we will find out that it is like a wonderful class to teach us who is our Creator, to tell us that somebody who is very wise and has the authority, power, and knowledge, and he is very wise. He has created us, and he is behind everything. But there is one condition. We should open our eyes and think properly. In these verses, Allah is trying to push us a little more to think to everything that are around us. Many times we have the tools, but we don't use it properly. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala wants to say that even a person that is going in a desert, when he looks around himself is like a library. What is the benefit of books in a library? When you see it, and read and think about it, you will get a lot of information. Allah wants to say, okay, imagine one person is in the desert. I'm going to mention what is around him until you will see that really he should believe in Allah because of everything that is around him. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, okay, he is in a desert. He is walking on earth. He should think about it. Who created and how he is created. About the heavens that is over his head and the mountains close to him, one by one. The camels that he is getting some help from the camel in a desert. Who has created heaven, mountains, earth, and the camels. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala wants to say, He mentions the camel. He says, أَفَلَا يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَى الْإِبِلِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ. Why a person will not think about the camel, كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ. Look at it, and think how he is created and who has created. What is the difference between camel and, for example, horse or donkey? Camel is perfect and is the best animal for the desert. We can load on camel more than horse and more than donkey. He can run more than horse. Among all the animals, when we think properly, like cow, sheep, horse, for example, every animal is good for something special. For example, some of them are perfect because of their flesh. Some of them are perfect for load. Some of them very good because of their milk. But when Allah is talking about camel, Allah says the camel is the best among all. You can load on camel more than all. He can resist in the desert more than all. The camel has a very good milk. We can use its flesh, milk, and he is going to resist in a desert when it is so dry more than all. He gets tired much later than horse or donkey. If we think properly, the eyelid of the camel is in such a way that is resisting in the desert. When there is a lot of dust in the desert, the eyelid of the camel is the best. It is resisting very good when the camel is facing the dust in the desert. We know in the desert we cannot find water easily. Sometimes even 2, 3, 4 days, 5 days is very difficult to find the water. They say the camel is created in such a way that protects and keeps water. See, the camel can save water for a few days. So we don't need to give it water to the camel every day, twice, 3 times, as other animals need. When we think the camel is so obedient and so domestic that one cameleer will control the camels in a perfect way, and he is not going to have problem with the camels at all. The camel will walk on the desert, and his feet is the best for the pebbly land. They say the camel is named as a sheep for the desert. Of course, we use the sheep for the water, but for the desert, the best sheep is the camel. You will see that how many benefits we can find in a camel. This is the reason that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, أَفَلَا يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَّا الْإِبِلِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ. Why some people will not see the camels, how it is created. Of course, we see the camels, but we should use our mind and think properly. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala talks about heaven and earth. Earth is so high. Heaven is so high and the earth is so wide and so vast. And the mountain, how it is installed. The installation of the mountains is so wonderful. About the globe, how it is very organized, and every day the scholars will find out, some even expose some strange things about different globes. About the mountains, what is the benefit of the mountain? They say the mountains are the nails of the earth. They will protect the earth and inhabitants, because of the hurricanes, earthquake, anything. Benefits of mountains is not only it protects the earth. For example, the mountains will help us by keeping the snow in the winter and giving us and sending it down gradually in spring and also in summer. So you will see that you have a wonderful refrigerator that it will keep in a winter and give it to you gradually in the time that you need it. Who prepared for you? Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, وَإِلَى السَّمَاءِ كَيْفَ رُفِعَتْ. How the heaven is created in a high position. وَإِلَى الْجِبَالِ كَيْفَ نُصِبَتْ. How the mountains are installed. The mountains will keep the snow. It's not only that, will protect us because of hurricanes and earthquake, and also they are like warehouse and depository for us, because it will keep for us and save for us a lot of mineral in it that we can use it for different things. We can take it out, draw out several minerals, several times, thousands of minerals from the mountains. One of the benefits of the mountains, it is a sign for the passengers not to lose the road, not to miss the roads. It is a very good place. The mountains are a good place and fields for some vegetables, some plants. Some plants are especially for the mountains, and they are wonderful. Every day, the scholars, the doctors will expose some good benefits from these type of plants that we can find it in a mountain. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is telling us, وَإِلَى الْجِبَالِ كَيْفَ نُصِبَتْ. Look at the mountains, how it is installed, and think about the benefit of the mountain. The best alabaster, we can take it from the mountain. Best stones, different kinds of stones, we will take it and draw out from the mountains. Overall, when a person is in desert, when he looks at its camel and think properly, when he looks at the heavens and earth, when he looks at the mountains, he will see that they are full of blessings of Allah, and the one that who has created, really, he had authority, he had power, and there was knowledge and wisdom before all these creatures. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, أَفَلَا يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَى الْإِبِلِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ. Allah blames whoever see these creatures and will not use his mind to think that who is behind that. Allah says, أَفَلَا يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَى الْإِبِلِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ. Why you don't see the camel? It means from sensible issue, you will come to nominal issues. You will see something, but you will find out and get to something that you cannot see it, but you can prove that, and that is Allah, that we cannot see it. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, أَفَلَا يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَى الْإِبِلِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ. Look at the camel and think properly, then you should not doubt that Allah is the one that who has created, and the same one is able to bring us back again in Judgment Day. كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ. When he says كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ, how he has created, he wants to emphasize that there is knowledge and wisdom and power behind that. So Allah has created, and he has the author and authority and power, and definitely the same one can create us again. We ask Allah to help us. When we see all the blessings among ourselves, think properly, appreciate Allah, and ask Him to help us to get ready for such a day. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.